It's Friday Night Live with ASB, Dr. Bolton, Miss Perrone, Boys Water Polo, Baseball, featuring dance and musical guests, Kennedy, Drumline, and your host, Tommy Tar. This is Friday Night Live.
Hey, just remember, we only got a minute to do the monologue, so do it quickly, all right? Look, if you got something to say right now, you better say it. You don't got anything on there, do you? Just a bunch of random words? All right, man. Get out of here. All right. For those who don't know what we're doing, all of this is basically like Saturday Night Live, but on a Friday night. And that is Tommy Tar, everyone. Roll the next clip.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. The system broken, the school's closed, the prison's open. We ain't got nothing to lose, motherfucker, we rollin'. Motherfucker, we rollin'. With some light-skinned girls and some Kelly Rollins. And this white man world, we the ones chosen. So good night, cool world, I see you in the morning. I see you in the morning. This is way too much, I need a moment. No one man can have all that power. The clock's ticking.
Our story begins on a cold, stormy night, in a neighborhood where all the houses were beautiful, all except one. At the end of the street was a dark, foul house with overgrown weeds, boarded up windows, but worst of all, were the terrible rumors. Rumors that two teens disappeared. Some of their friends decided to investigate. And as they neared the house, they began to feel a strange draw. They felt a pull to a room. And in that room was a strange, old board.
He got mud and water. He want mojo filter. He said 1 and 1 and 1 is 3. Got to be good looking 'cause he's so hard to see. Come together right now over me. Come together right now. Come together right now. Come together right now over me.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Perrone, here with Dr. Bolton, and back by popular demand, we have a fresh new episode of Carpool Karaoke for you. Oh!
Can't wait.
Hello, hello!
You know, Mrs. Perrone, we got a teacher on campus who just loves Red Hot Chili Peppers, and who can blame her, right?
Oh, spicy!
Who would that teacher be, Mrs. Perrone?
I think it's
one
Mrs.
guess, one.
Taravella.
That's right, Mrs. Taravella. This is for you. We're dedicating this Carpool Karaoke song to Mrs. Taravella, Spanish teacher and now JV tennis coach extraordinaire.
All right.
What I gotta give it to your papa. What I gotta give it to your tata. You can a little wasa. What I gotta give it, put it in you. What I gotta give it, put it in you. What I gotta give it, put it in you. Don't stop, continue.
All right, Dr. Bolton. So I've got a couple questions I want to ask you to help the people
Absolutely.
get to know you a little
Mrs.
better.
Perrone, absolutely.
All right, first question, Dr. Bolton. Do you have any pets?
We do. So we have a cat and a dog, and the cat is appropriately named Sailor, not only after the Newport Harbor High School sailors, but Sailor was actually born at Newport Harbor High School near the kiln area in ceramics, and Mrs. Ballrich, who is a library media clerk and technician, rescued Sailor from the kiln, and actually we got her when she was a few weeks old, and then we have a rescued dog named Snugs.
Oh, what a great story. Oh, a cat and a dog. That's
Cat and
nice.
a dog, all S
Appeals-
names, right? All S names.
Appeals to all people. All right,
Absolutely.
awesome.
Go Seavies! Go Seavies!
This is that ice cold Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpiece. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wandering skyman. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. Am I worried about that money? Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night, we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Go!
Second question, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie of all time is Slumdog Millionaire, and I love Slumdog Millionaire because it's a story about the human condition, about overcoming all sorts of adversity, and you cannot break the human spirit. You can't. Despite all the different odds that you're faced with and all the different circumstances that may be presented to you in your life, you just keep persevering.
You gotta just stop believing. Or don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. That's right. You cannot stop believing.
He took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, smell wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting, looking down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people, living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night.
Headbang. A last one, just a random one. What is the most common item to be found in your fridge? Very random.
I would have to say it's the greens. It's celery, carrots, and broccoli and kale. Because I make my little smoothies in the morning, and that's how I get my greens and veggies.
Oh, that's great. Sounds
But I
delicious.
cheat. I put a little banana milk in there.
Oh, that's not cheating. That's
No.
fine. You had some little sugar.
You gotta have some
Little
sweetness,
sweet,
right?
little
Start
sweet.
out the day.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you,
Bolin.
Mrs. Perone,
This
and
has been-
thank you for teaching math at Newport Harbor High School, and thank you for teaching math during a pandemic when it's oh so hard.
Absolutely. This has been super fun getting to do this with you. Thank you, sailors. Have a great rest of your school year.
And as always, go
Go
Sailors.
Sailors.
Find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night.
You're afraid to start over, finish burning out the song you left to me. I'm afraid I'll lose my temper, walk away, having no one left to please. Lonely bridges keeps on burning, broken bottle pieces cutting up my knees. My world keeps on turning, insecurity, I wear it on my sleeve. You should fix what you started, that fire you ignited, burning out the song in me. And my heart started a riot, and you tried to deny it, you're burning out the song in me. River drain been busted open. It's the first dry spell we've had in here for weeks. I'm afraid the path I'm walking is a dead end down a never-ending street. Should fix what you started, that fire you ignited, you're burning out the song in me. My heart started a riot, and you tried to deny it. You're burning out the song in me. Take the song I wrote Watch 'em burn down, watch 'em burn like the rest of this town. White picket fence built to tear down, need to settle in, is lost to me now. Take this song I wrote, watch 'em burn down, watch 'em burn like the rest of this town. White picket fence built to tear down, need to settle in, it's lost to me now. Lost to me now.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I...
Welcome back to the Weekend Update. I'm Lily Warmington.
And I'm Grace Vaughn.
The GameStop stock price has skyrocketed recently after Robinhood traders started buying it. So many questions. First off, since when is Robinhood known for buying things? And second, if this was done to hurt hedge funds because people think hedge funds have gotten too large, wouldn't it have been easier to have a gardener trim them?
Breaking news. Teenagers don't know how to socially interact with people anymore. The other day, my teacher announced she was pregnant, and the entire screen was filled with blank stares. But, like, what did she expect? It's not our baby, but congrats, I guess.
So it turns out that the Times Square New Year's ball didn't drop until 12:01, a minute late. Conspiracy theorists are claiming it's due to 2020 having existed only in an alternate universe. I'm thinking that the person whose only job was to drop the ball on time really dropped the ball on that one. To be fair, it was only a minute late, and none of us had anything else to do that night anyway.
Apparently, Principal Bolton has been going around school correcting people when they say his name. He states that we should address him as Dr. Bolton rather than Mr. I mean, come on, Mr. Bolton, don't pull a Dr. Jill Biden on us and pretend that a PhD gives you that title. You work at a public school, don't flatter yourself. Well, luckily for the folks viewing, that's all we have for you tonight. I'm Lily Warmington.
And I'm Grace Vaughn.
Good night.
Hail our alma mater, to her gray and blue. We give her love and honor, for her spirit's true. Our loyalty to Harbor High ever will our standard be. We'll strive for her might, so hail Harbor High. lights. So hail Harbor High.
That's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. From Tommy Tarr to me to the whole educational community here at Newport Harbor High School, thank you for the support. Hope you enjoyed the show. Stay tuned for the auction. And as always, go Sailors.
Amazing when you watch that video, the talent that is available to the community through Newport Harbor High School. We're coming to you from a secret location just south of the John Wayne Airport, and it's a very exciting evening for us here this evening. I'm here with Dr. Bolton.
You can call me Mr. Bolton.
Okay, we can call him Mr. Bolton. We're going to spend about 20 minutes together. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that the foundation has accomplished and is going to continue to accomplish as we move forward through the school year. We're going to talk about some of the programs. We're actually going to ask you for money, if I can be candid. We have 4 live auction items that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how exciting they are. We're going to show you some of the items, and then hope that you really up those bidding numbers so we can continue to support the Newport Harbor Educational Foundation. This was our very, very first Friday Night Live. So I thought maybe it would be a good point to invite in our Master of Ceremonies.
Oh, absolutely.
From Friday Night Live, the first one ever. So at home, round of applause, Tommy Tarr.
Hey, Tommy Tarr.
Tommy, we're good? Very, very first Friday Night Lights ever. We might do it again, hopefully not next year. We'll be over this COVID-19, but was it a great event? Thumbs up. Did you think that the tartini, the food, or maybe the cheerleaders was the highlight? Okay, thumbs up. He liked them all. You love them all. We appreciate for that. So if you didn't make it through, you'll know to be in line for next year. You'll get to see our Master of Ceremonies. He conducted the band. He handed out meals. He made sure that he moved everybody through the line. They had a dunk tank. We got to see Dr. Bolton put in the water several times.
Thank you for visiting me at the dunk tank.
So we just wanted to say on behalf of Friday Night Live and behalf of the Educational Foundation, thanks for being our host tonight. Okay, Tommy?
Thank you, Tommy Tarr.
So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is our Anchors Away fundraiser. We do this annually to support the Newport Harbor Educational Foundation. And when you think about some of the programs that the Educational Foundation does, if anybody at home is listening and you have a kid in athletics, if you have a child that's ever been tutored, if they have training that they need, maybe you can talk about some of the other programs that the foundation supports.
Well, you know, we wouldn't be in this position in this pandemic without the foundation. The foundation's been critical to our survival, and we've been able to thrive in some areas because of the foundation. And the foundation supports AVID, our Advancement via Individual Determination program, with not only tutoring but college scholarships and all the extra support with technology and transportation that some of our AVID students have issues coming to school. Our International Baccalaureate student with paying for exams and also paying for some of the technology equipment in IB. And then a whole host of things. I mean, everything from just apparel, spirit apparel, the masks on campus, technology needs within the classroom that teachers may need. They have been phenomenal in supporting everything and anything Newport Harbor.
You know, as I recall, we sat at a fundraiser a couple of years ago, and you had a vision of a production type studio on campus.
Right.
And as we watched that video today, a lot of those skills were learned at that facility you have in place at Newport Harbor. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the role that has played in what we all watch as TAR TV?
TAR TV. So our digital media program is a career technical education program here at Newport Harbor, and so we have a pathway here, and so people or students can go from high school into career, and we prepare them for that career right here at Newport Harbor High School in television and film.
Yeah, I would imagine this COVID-19 has been the most challenging time on your faculty. Why don't you talk about some of the challenges of having to manage through that school year that's been on campus, off campus, virtual, not virtual?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe some of the challenges that teachers, the staff has had to go through.
It's been incredibly difficult, and so distance learning, we weren't prepared for it back in March when we broke on March 13th. All of a sudden we had to take everything online, and not only did we have to take classes online, but all our support systems online through counseling, school psych, tutoring, and it was an impossible task, but I credit the staff in making that paradigm shift happen. And then when we came back in the fall, we were still in distance, but then when we came back in November, we had to go to a hybrid learning environment where we had roomers and Zoomers, and so they had to teach to both environments.
Yeah.
And hopefully now that we're turning these corners and we're returning to some semblance of normalcy, that, you know, we can put cohorts and Zoom and all that stuff behind us, but we're not quite there yet. And a lot of our teachers have become practitioners and experts with this hybrid model.
Wow. Very challenging time, but as you look off into the future and what the rest of 2021 holds and all the way through next school year, what gets you most excited?
Getting kids back on campus, and so it all started with a cross-country meet, and then over President's Recess, got to see our drama department work with TAR TV on a combined or a joint project in the theater, and so there was activity on campus all of a sudden beyond just the classroom, right? Everything that we love about Newport Harbor happens inside the classroom and outside the classroom. And so we had tennis, we had cross country, we had drama, we had TAR TV working on a production. Then all of a sudden this week, we had our first home game in Davidson Field in almost a year when field hockey took on Edison. Last night we beat CDM in Battle of the Bay water polo, boys and girls. We had beach volleyball down at the beach. Huntington Beach lost to our Newport Harbor High School girls volleyball team. And then tomorrow we've got our first football scrimmage. And then boys lacrosse has been playing. Girls lacrosse is coming online. So all these sports are starting to explode here on campus. And that energy, that excitement, that school spirit, it's all coming back. The one thing that we do want more of is we want our students to come on their assigned cohort day and come to school. They've gotten a little too comfortable at home on Zoom.
Yeah. They dressed on the top and shorts on the bottom,
That's
right?
right.
Isn't
That's
that how
right.
it goes?
Yeah.
If you happen to go through the parking lot today, you'll notice the energy that took place Friday Night Live across the street. There was cars wrapped all the way down 15th Street waiting to get in there and have the exciting time. And for those of you who went through the drive-thru and you purchased a raffle ticket, I have good news for you. We're actually going to hold that drawing right now. So 3 items that we're going to give away. We're going to go ahead and pull the names. We'll announce them live. You will be able to pick up your item at the foundation office, or we'll arrange a contactless pickup anywhere in the neighborhood. So our first item that we're going to raffle off is the private parking spot at St. Andrews.
At St. Andrews, right?
And one of the most coveted things you have every year, right?
Oh, absolutely. And it's the dunk tank was there. Our drive-through event tonight was there, and so you're going to get a parking spot there.
Yeah, and I think it was great. Thank you to St. Andrews for their support of Newport Harbor High and all they did. One of the people that was in the dunk tank was Chap, and so you know how engaged he was in it. So, Siegel is our winner of our parking spot. So please contact the foundation office. And the Siegel party, you've won that. Our next item, I think this will become critical when you get to distance learning, right? An iPad.
iPad, yeah.
So this is an iPad 3G. It comes with an Apple Pencil, always handy. Dr. Bolton.
And
looks to me like to be the Chex family.
There you go.
So John Chex, you can come on down. You can pick up your iPad from the foundation office or reach out. We'll deliver it to you personally. And our last item, this is a big item. This is an important item.
Oh, it's huge. A $250 gift certificate to South Coast Plaza.
Wow. So before you draw the name, if you were to go to any store at South Coast Plaza, where would Dr. Bolton go?
I'd have to go to a runner's store, you know, get some shoes, get some new tires.
I love it. Right? Get some new wheels going on there. So it looks like to me to be Mary Lynn Gaddis, right?
Yep,
Mary Lynn Gaddis. You're the winner of our $250 gift certificate to South Coast Plaza.
Yep. There we go.
Once again, everybody that came to the parking lot today bought raffle tickets. Thank you very much. But now becomes the important part of the program. And those of you that have looked through the program, you've looked online, you know that we have 4 items that we're going to continue to auction off. Now, unlike most years when we do a live auction and people are raising hands and we have exciting, this is actually online bidding. So the online bidding has already begun. It's interesting that our first item, which we started out the bidding at $10, and then we had 150 bids all the way up to where it is today. So this is always one of the most popular items that we bid. You did this last year, okay? And I'm going to explain the item, and I want you to give a little bit of color into how that went, what it consisted of. But this is a privately catered picnic for 10 people. This is hosted by Chow, the amazing Italian restaurant on Balboa Island. You get to bring 10 of your friends, a mutually agreed upon location. It can be indoors if you have a appropriate site, but outdoors is the place to go with the beach.
Absolutely.
And you guys did it last year. Where did you do it at?
Well, last year it unfortunately got canceled because of COVID. So a couple of years ago, so we've been doing this for about 8 years here at Newport Harbor. We've been cooking for families, and it's really the time that you get to know families on a deeper level away from school. And you break bread, you just have a lot of conversation, a lot of fun. And food is usually marginal. It's usually C- food, but it's not what you eat, it's whom you eat with. So don't forget that.
Well, you at least have upgraded this year because you got Chow to bring that in on the other side of it. So you guys increased the bidding. It's item number 1 on your live piece. The bidding this evening is actually going to be open until 10 o'clock. Okay, so 10 o'clock tonight. It'll be fast and furious if you want to get in on the other items, okay? So item number 2, this has actually garnered a lot of attention.
Absolutely.
Right?
So it's, I mean, the Laker experience with Ronnie Weinstein.
So if you have an opportunity, if you don't know who Ronnie is, actually one of the initial business partners of the Bus family. And so he's been very involved with Jeannie Bus, Dr. Bus when he was with us. Here's what the experience consists of, okay? You get VIP entrance into the Lakers owner lounge, an access which most people don't have. So that's probably one of the paramount things. It includes dinner at the Chairman's Club. It includes walking on the court at game time, right? Wouldn't it be fun to bounce a ball on that Lakers court, maybe shoot a shot?
I mean, where those legends have played, all those legends.
Think about it. I think you there would be showtime. And then you also get 2 seats to the Lakers team, to the Lakers game. And it will be a mutually agreed upon game. Obviously, it's limited because COVID right now, but this is good all the way into the balance of this year, into next season, all the way through 2022. So this is one of the marquee items that we are auctioning off. Be sure to get your bids in early. Be sure to get them in often. And you got to be ready because this one I think is going to go for a premium price.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, go Lakers.
So, here's a kind of a question for you. You've been at Newport Harbor for how long now?
8 years.
8 years already. The foundation has, in my estimation, continued to grow relationship-wise with the staff, with your staff, with the people that volunteer their time. Maybe you can talk about some of the long-term benefits of some of the things that the foundation has provided over your 8 years that maybe weren't here before.
Well, I think the critical role the foundation really plays is they take a look at all the different programs that we offer, all the different pieces of the puzzle, if you will, when it comes to Newport Harbor High School, and they exist on a baseline level. And what the foundation's been able to do is take a look at all the programs, all the practices that we do here at Newport, and they just lift it up into a different paradigm that services students much better. Parents get to know the school on a deeper level because of foundation meetings, because of all the different activities that the foundation has throughout the community and on campus. And so not only, we have incredible programs, the foundation makes them that much better, and also our staff gets to know the community, and the community gets to know the staff on a deeper level, which is always healthy because this business is all about relationships, and it's all about community, which is the holy grail of life, right?
Yeah.
It really is.
It's really the glue that holds our neighborhoods together.
Absolutely.
The educational foundation, and I can only speak for myself. When we got engaged together 8 years ago and have been going through this, my friends today are still people that I became very good friends with 8 years ago when you came on and we started this thing together. So
and your kids come of age together, parents come of age together, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. Our next item that we'd like you to take a look at is a custom-made Newport Harbor High School surfboard. Now, this is actually crafted by our friends at Board Lambs, and then it was shaped by Pure Glass. And it's one of a kind. We want you to take a look at it really quickly. If you guys could bring this in. It's hard to fit 9 feet into a camera, but it's a 9-foot surfboard. It starts out, has the Newport Harbor logo on it. As we come down here, we have the world-famous bell tower.
Yep.
Right? We have Sailor
Pride
on it.
Right here. And then some artwork down here that's really unique. And it's a landscape picture of Newport Harbor at night, it looks like, with some trees, and it's really cool. And you got the sky blended in there.
So,
and on the other side, you've got Sailor Pride, our friends at Pure Glass who shaped this board and designed it, and then you've got the Newport Harbor High School logo up top.
So this one is a one of a kind. I don't know if I'd ever put in the water. It'd probably be up over my fireplace, but if you are going to get in the water, it's exquisitely made. So you guys taking a look at number 3, the Newport Harbor High School custom surfboard. Okay? Only one item left, right? Friday Night Live is going to come to an end. We have one item left. This is actually
incredible. Yeah,
it's a pretty incredible spot, right? So this is at Surfer's Paradise. This is actually a trip to Nicaragua. This is a 5-bedroom house in Nicaragua. Now it's interesting, villa, and you want to give this one a try? Can you name it? You're an educator.
You want me to do a direct translation here?
No. Yes, Seikon Hochi. That's how it's pronounced. Villa Seikon Hochi is how you say it. It's actually a private villa among 2,700 acres of private reserve in Nicaragua. It's right on a surf break. You can see the photographs up on the screen as you look through those. It's been rated by Travel and Leisure as one of the best resorts for families. In addition to the 5 bedrooms, and it can sleep 10 people, you also have a private chef and your own private surf guide. Okay, it is a new house. It was just built in 2012, 5 bedrooms. It sleeps 10. It has an infinity pool, and as you can tell from the photographs, it is absolutely stunning.
It is.
So once again, trip of a lifetime. This is a great one to go together with your friends. Be texting each other right now and just say, hey, we can go together on this. 5 families. I think it'll be a trip of a lifetime. So once again, I think it's been a fun evening.
It's certainly
a challenging, right?
Challenging evening, but it's a fun evening.
I will tell you this. Both my kids went to Newport Harbor, and they've both moved off into the careers, graduated college, but the education that was provided by this, because of you and your staff, the friends that I've gained because of being involved in the foundation, I think is priceless. This is your neighborhood. Make sure you invest in it. Make sure you take the time to support the groups that are doing the things that you talked about. You know, artistic arts, training, all the rest of those items. So we want to make sure that you understand all the money raised tonight goes directly to the foundation and helps your kids directly. So.
Yeah, thanks for all the support. We're a human institution. The people in this community and in this school make it. And we can't wait to get back to normal. And again, we're not there yet. It's been a very trying year. We're sorry for all the ups and downs and twists and turns that we've taken you through since March 13th, but we're starting to heal. We're starting to heal those wounds. We're starting to get back to normal. And again, thank you for hanging in there. The magic, the people, it's all returning here at Newport Harbor, and couldn't be prouder.
Right.
Couldn't be proud of the school.
So, on behalf of Bob Miller, Doctor.
No, it's Shawnee B. Mr.
Shawnee B in the house, and Tommy Tarr. I want to remind everybody that before we close off, just go to www.support Newport Harbor High School, NHHS. Okay, you can go on live. You can change your bids. You can up your bids. You can just donate if you like. But on behalf of everybody who put this together, First Friday Night Live, we just want to say thank you. and I'm going to have you close us with.
I just, again, before I, give the perfunctory closing, I just want to thank all the parents that helped put this together. I want to thank Newport Harbor Cheer, TAR TV, and also our band that was out there, and all the teachers that went into the dunk tank. And again, thank you parents for putting it on. And as always, go Sailors.